Welcome to Voice to Victory, the channel where we turn your struggles into stepping stones. Today, we're diving into something we all face, self-doubt. That silent dream killer that stops you before you even start. But not today. We're going to crush it, together. Let me ask you this. Have you ever stared at the mirror and thought, I can't do this? Have you ever wanted to get up early, hit the gym, eat healthy, start a new habit, only to tell yourself, what's the point? I'll probably fail anyway. Well, my friend, that tiny voice in your head, it's the only thing standing between you and the life you deserve. Let's talk about that. Self-doubt. It's silent, it's sneaky. And worst of all, it sounds like you. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't tell you you're worthless. It just makes you second-guess everything good about yourself. And we all face it. You, me, even the most successful people on the planet. But here's the truth. You don't have to listen to it. So who is the real enemy is inside you? Let's get real. You don't need enemies in your life. You've got one living rent-free in your head already. It's called self-doubt. You say you'll wake up early tomorrow and start running. Morning comes, and your mind says, you failed before, why bother? You think of eating healthy, but your brain, it won't make a difference, just one cheat day. You want to start a business, create content, apply for that dream job. But that voice kicks in, who do you think you are? Sound familiar? These are not just thoughts, they are chains. And the worst part? You forge them yourself. Next thing to ponder is, where does it come from? Let's break this down. Where does self-doubt come from? It starts early. Maybe someone laughed at your idea in school. Maybe you tried once and it didn't go your way. Maybe you were told, be realistic. And now, every time you dream big, you hear those old echoes louder than your new ambition. But guess what? Your past is a chapter, not the full book. You have the pen now. Start writing something better. Let's talk about everyday examples, all right? You want to exercise. You even buy new shoes. You hit the gym for 3 days straight. Then you miss one day. Suddenly your brain says, see, you can't be consistent. And boom, you stop. You tell yourself you'll cut screen time, stop wasting hours scrolling. You even set timers. But the moment you mess up once, you go, ugh, I'm addicted. I'll never change. So you stay stuck. You want to lose weight. You skip dessert for 4 days. Then your friend brings pizza. And when you give in, self-doubt goes, you'll never have discipline. That's the power of self-doubt. It doesn't need facts, just one mistake, and it throws your entire journey in the trash. But let me tell you something important. Progress is not linear. You fall down, you stand back up. That's called growing. One thing to keep in mind is that you are not your thoughts. Now listen carefully. This might change your life. You are not your thoughts. Let that sink in. That voice that says, you're not good enough. That voice is not you. It's just a thought, a temporary cloud in your permanent sky. You don't have to obey it. You don't have to argue with it. You just need to recognize it and keep moving anyway. You must remember to train your mind like a muscle. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you never train it, it stays weak. What if you went to the gym once, failed a lift, and said, I guess I'm not strong enough? Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly what we do with our dreams. One failure, and we assume it's not meant for us. Here's the truth. Self-confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build, one action at a time, one promise kept at a time. Every time you do what you said you would, even something small like drinking more water or reading one page, you prove to your brain, I keep my word. And that, my friend, kills doubt. We always look for proofs as proof is louder than fear. Let's play a game. Think of something you once thought you couldn't do, but you did it anyway. Maybe it was learning to drive. Maybe it was speaking in public. Maybe it was surviving a tough year, a breakup, a job loss. Back then you doubted yourself, but you made it. That's your proof, not theory. not motivation. Real-life evidence that you are stronger than you think. And guess what? The next time doubt whispers in your ear, reminded of who you've already become, let's rewrite your story. What if your self-doubt was wrong? What if you're not lazy, just overwhelmed, not incapable, just inexperienced, not a failure, just figuring it out? You don't need to fake confidence. You need to build evidence. Start with small wins. Make your bed. Drink a glass of water. Say no to one useless hour on your phone. Stack those wins like bricks. Soon, you've built a wall between you and doubt. Do you know? Real-life champions doubt themselves. Do you think top athletes never doubt themselves? Think again. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. Oprah was told she was unfit for TV. But here's what they did. They felt doubt, but they didn't stop. Success is not the absence of doubt. It's the decision to act despite it. Just remember, you've got one life. Don't let doubt own it. Time for a wake-up call. You've got one life, one shot, and every second you spend doubting yourself, you're stealing from your own future. What if you gave yourself permission to just try? Not to be perfect, not to be the best, just to try. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. And one day you'll look back and go, I almost didn't do this. Because I didn't believe in myself. I'm so glad I did it anyway. So how to overcome this? Simple. Talk back to doubt. The next time you hear that voice, you can't do this. Pause, smile, and say, watch me. You are stronger than your fear, more capable than your doubt, and braver than your past. This world needs your ideas, your energy, your light. Stop dimming it for a voice that's never been on your side. Finally, let's summarize what we have learned. Let's wrap this with power. Self-doubt is normal, but it's not the truth. It shows up in daily habits and small decisions. Your mind responds to your focus, so choose thoughts that build. Manifest with intention. Speak it, feel it, act on it. Gratitude is your anchor. Confidence is earned daily, not gifted. Everyone doubts. The winners just keep moving. So when doubt whispers again, who do you think you are? You say, I am becoming exactly who I was born to be. Final words, let's go. This is your sign, not just to believe, but to begin. Right now, with what you have, where you are. Self-doubt is real, but so is your strength. Repeat after me. I attract belief. I manifest growth. I live in gratitude, and I act through the doubt. Now go. Be unstoppable. So now the choice is yours. Will you keep letting doubt define your limits, or will you rise, act, and rewrite your story? Because doubt will always be there. But so will your courage. So will your vision. So will your next step. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're going to overcome starting today? Is it fear, procrastination, self-judgment? Let it out. This is your space to speak your truth. If this video sparked something inside you, show some love by hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Voice to Victory, where we turn everyday battles into lifelong wins. Until next time, keep showing up, keep rising, and always choose victory.